Hello everyone, I'm Rizwan Ansari. In this video, I'll elaborate about .NET. What is Microsoft .NET, which is one of the most popular and used development platform. So, outline of this video. So, in this video, I'll be covering what is .NET and what are the languages we use for the .NET solutions, and then .NET platforms, .NET tools, the tools that we use to build the .NET applications, and the application model, which means what type of application we can build through .NET. So, Microsoft .NET. So it's a developer platform. So what do we mean by developer platform? So first things, let me tell you, like .NET is developed and owned by Microsoft. So it's a .NET like application development platform for developers. So development platform means you will have different libraries and you can use different languages to build the solution. So this platform means you can use this to build any kind of solution. Now .NET is a platform where you have a numerous of libraries and you can use those through a programming language, and the languages, it can be a C Sharp, Visual Basic, or F Sharp. So you can use any of those language and build the application. So you can build any type of applications. It is absolutely free, cross platform, and open source. So the language we use for .NET are C Sharp, Visual Basic, and F Sharp. So language is all about syntax. So always there is a some misunderstanding, especially in the students or like a fresher. One of my student junior who is in university, he was asking, I want to learn the .NET language. So let me be clear, like .NET is a platform, it's not a language. And the language we are using to build the .NET solutions, those are C Sharp, Visual Basic, F Sharp. So language is all about syntax. So it has its own pattern to write the logic or to write the code. Now, the languages we use for .NET applications, C Sharp, F Sharp, and Visual Basic. So C Sharp, which was first developed in 2000 by Microsoft as a part of .NET initiative, and it is widely known programming language. If I say like .NET developers or .NET software engineer, almost all of they know the C Sharp. So and another one is this is very simple, managed, modern, object oriented, type safe programming language. It follows proper syntax, it has its own standard way of writing code. Now AppSap is another language that we use for .NET solutions or .NET platform. It is a cross-platform, open-source, functional programming language for .NET. It also includes the object-oriented and imperative programming. And another one is Visual Basic. Visual Basic is an approachable language which has a simple syntax for building safe type object oriented apps. So if I say Visual Basic, it is quite unmanaged, very simple. It doesn't have like a proper syntax or the it doesn't follow the proper pattern like the C Sharp, comparing with C Sharp. Now another thing which what I want to highlight here, like if you are using C Sharp or VB or AppSharp, so these all languages, if it goes under the .NET compiler, it gives the common language runtime, common intermediate language, which means if you use any of these languages, the output of the solution or the final outcome or the DLLs that it build, the .exe file, this has a this get a common it comes with a common interface intermediate language through the compiler. So if you use any of this language, the output will be same in terms of if it comes output of from the compiler. Now if you say like C Sharp, C Sharp started with version 1.0 and the latest version in 9.0. In upcoming video we will be using mostly C Sharp and we will do frequently in our labs. .NET platforms. So if we discuss about .NET platforms, it comes with three different type. First is .NET Core, which is now also known as .NET in the latest version, that is .NET 5. So .NET Core is a cross-platform. You can be cross-platform means you can build applications for Windows, Linux, Mac OS, and also you can host it any of these servers. It means it is compatible with all of these OS. It is open source. First release happened in June 27, 2016. Now we call it like just I said, we call it as a .NET, and the latest version is .NET 5. However, .NET 6 is in preview, and soon will be coming out. Now another one is .NET Framework. So if I say before June 27, 2016, when .NET Core came, before that .NET Framework was a .NET. Like when we say .NET, it was only the .NET Framework. There was no any core concept, and we used to develop the website service application only for Windows. So another thing is this .NET Framework is still it's supportable, and its versions are coming. Latest is 4.8. And another thing what I want to highlight, like we build application only for Windows with .NET Framework. It doesn't mean that it runs only on Windows. So if you build a desktop application, that will only run on the window. But if you build a web application or web solution or websites, you need Windows server or window environment to host the solution. However, you can browse it through any of the platform. Like you can browse it through browser, because since they are browser based, you can browse it through the mobile or Linux browser or Mac browser. So you can use it from any of the browser. So only you need hosting environment of Windows server. Another one is Xamarin Mono. So we use same .NET platform or .NET technologies to build the native mobile applications. So another thing I want to say, like .NET standard. So this .NET standard is supported in all of these like .NET Core, .NET Framework, and Xamarin. So if you are using .NET standard and building your core logic into .NET standard libraries, you can easily use it in any of the framework. So that's why we suggest, if you are you can put your business logic in .NET standard and run it everywhere. So what are the tools we use for building the .NET applications? So first one is obviously Visual Studio. So Visual Studio, the latest version is 2019, and new version is in preview. Soon it will be released. So Visual Studio 2019 is a Microsoft flagship development environment. Millions of developers use it to build the .NET applications. It's a graphic based user interface that include menus, window, visual designer, dialog boxes, wizards, guide for developers, and you can follow all your application development process. You can follow DevOps cycles. So Visual Studio comes with numerous features. You can use it individually to build your application, or you can work through team. You can connect with the TFS. You can connect with Visual Studio Online. You can connect with DevOps. So it has like various features. Now if I say Visual Studio, we have a three version of it: Community, Professional, and Enterprise. Community, it's a free version, and you can use it without any cost, and it have almost all the features that is required to build any type of applications. Another one is Professional and Enterprise. So those are actually paid version. Those have some advanced feature. However, you can build all type of application with Community version itself. Now another one is Visual Studio Code, which is developed few years back, and nowadays developer love it. Like even not only .NET developers, even the developers from other platform, they also use it. So Visual Studio Code, the developers who prefer a command line workflow might use a combination of Visual Studio Code. This you can say at the moment what most popular code editor or IDE, and the .NET command interface, also known as .NET CLI. We call it .NET CLI also. So this is also open source, and it's absolutely free to use. Even it is open source means you can see the code also behind code of all these Visual Studio Code. So another one, like if you want to, you can use some third-party tools as well for advanced .NET use cases. So from my experience up to now, I have only used the Visual Studio and Visual Studio Code. I have not used any third-party tools to build the .NET applications or for any use cases, but there are some. Now, application model, which means what type of application we can build with .NET platform. So if I say from my perspective, you can build almost every type of applications with .NET. So you can build many type of application with .NET. You can build the application for cross-platform or target for a specific OS .NET or .NET implementation. So and first one is you can build web applications, web apps, web solution. You can build for Windows, Linux, Mac OS, Docker. You can build simple, or you can build dynamic website, or you can build complex website. You can build enterprise applications. So you have all the facilities to build the web applications. Now you can build even mobile apps. So you can use same .NET platform to build the native mobile apps for iOS, Android, and Windows. Another one, you can create a beautiful .NET you can use same .NET technology to create a beautiful desktop applications both for Windows and Mac OS. Also, you can build microservices that create independently deployable microservices that run on Docker container. You can build even cloud application, cloud native solutions. Then you can also build machine learning solution, which you can use for some predictive models. You can use to build speaker processing, visual algorithm. So those are also machine learning solution can be built through .NET technologies or .NET platform. Also, you can build a game, like for game development. You can develop 2D 3D games for most of the popular desktop phones and consoles. Another one is Internet of Things. So you can make IoT apps with native support of Raspberry Pi and single board computers. So with .NET technology, like you can build almost any type of solution. Now, if you want to learn more about .NET technology, you want to get started with it, and you want to go more depth and depth. So Microsoft has lots of good articles and very good tutorials. You can follow these two links, and then so now in conclusion, what I can say, we learned about .NET. What is .NET? It's a development platform which is free, cross-platform, and we also discuss about different languages that we use to build the .NET application: C Sharp, VB, and F Sharp. Then I have also explained briefly about .NET platforms like .NET Core, .NET Framework, Xamarin. Then I also talked about .NET tools, which we use for the .NET solution development. Those are Visual Studio Code, and so on. At last, I gave some examples what kind of application model for the .NET. So this is now end of the video. Thank you for watching this video, and please mention your feedback and queries in the comment. Thank you.